So you're going to go out there and be the right person, right? The right person is one, I said, who can engineer a life success system according to a blueprint, a standard, an ideal, right? And that's also going to be your desired outcome in this case. Um, so, in addition to engineering well, you're also going to be participating well. Part of the engineering process is making sure that you, as a participant in those systems, are not doing anything that would jeopardize their effectiveness and your efficiency as the person monitoring your own success, right? So, in a way, being the right person not only means being an engineer, but also means being a participant. So, how do you be both of these things at the same time? Easy. It's what you were born to be. You already have the skills, you already have the capacity, you just need to start using it. And the best way to make sure that you're fulfilling that engineering obligation is by learning to develop what I call your observer self. Some people refer to this as your mind's eye or, your third eye. You might have heard that in terms of like, high falutin philosophies and whatnot, but really, to me, it means being able to see patterns, to be able to recognize what's happening beneath the surface, right? Okay, somebody just walked into your store and they just said something, then they walked out. What else just happened? What did that mean? Were they trying to give you a hidden message? How do you figure it out, right? You go to a Christmas dinner at your family's house and you just happen to notice that there's 10 people there, but they're all acting like one person, and that's the guy over in the corner. Why are they all acting that way? You can pay attention, observe to figure out what the dynamics are between each of those people. Why is it that no one is freely expressing themselves? Why is it that they all think they're free and yet they're all exactly the same? How has that happened that you have your own sense of self and yet you're actually not any different than anyone else? You don't have any individuality, right? That observer self is going to be able to always be going in the background. So even though you might be participating, you're eating the dinner, you're watching the football game, you're playing cards or whatever, going to the movies, you're always in the back of your mind monitoring. So at the same time as you're participating, you're monitoring what's going on, what does it mean? And you know what? It might seem like this is a tall order to ask you to perform, and it might be hard at first, but after you do it for a while, it's going to become so easy that you don't even notice it. And the reason is because you were born to be able to do this. And if you're not doing this or it doesn't come easy, it's just like cultivating another part of your mind, like learning to read books. Whenever I started studying things several years ago, I used to fall asleep like after 30 minutes of reading. I just get so tired. I also needed some glasses, so I went and got myself some glasses, but I still fell asleep. And I thought maybe it was because my eyes were bad, but the truth is that I just wasn't used to using my mind. And if you keep going at it, just like lifting weights at the gym or going jogging, after a while you get stronger and stronger, and it becomes easier and easier until you don't even notice it anymore. So as you cultivate your observer self and you engineer, you're always acting in a way that will bring about this experience of well-being. You're also going to be participating well with others, behaving in pro-social ways. Those are ways that respect the boundaries of engagement, the rules of engagement, right? And the boundaries around other people and around yourself. It's respecting those limits, that it's not okay for me to push myself onto others, to take advantage of others, to act like others don't matter. And then when you manage well, that's the part of you that's going to be observing, monitoring, and then the participant part of you is going to go confront those problems, those threats that arise, and you're going to say, that's not okay for you to be here, you're causing trouble. And then finally, if a conflict ensues, you're going to neutralize that problem in a pro-social, respectful, safe, appropriate way that is also assertive and efficient and effective and correctly applied. And then finally, you're going to navigate throughout your life, always maintaining these great circumstances for yourself and others on the way to your long-term goals, whatever they might be. And then as you achieve those goals, you're going to always be on the lookout for people who might sabotage or destroy what you've created, what you've worked hard to build. And you're going to avoid hanging out with those people. You're not going to let them in, because you'll be able to recognize immediately with your observer self that they are going to be antagonistic to the well-being and flourishing of this system that you've built.